Ready? I feel like we're back to like day one.
I know.
The first day we're all nervous.
Because we haven't done it by ourselves.
I know. All right, guys. A-Town Talk episode 8 is on its way. For this episode, we're going to do it's just a me and Boobie episode, where we're going back to our roots, to the beginning, where it all started, just me and him. So, cheers, Boobie.
Cheers. This is the first actual beer that I drink all year.
Wow. It's okay, dude. I give you like a super light.
It tastes like shit, dude.
Yeah.
What is this?
It's like an ultra, like super light ultra. It's basically just piss in a bottle.
Yeah, it tastes like shit.
Well, I have Modelo if you want one of those.
No. I think I'll be good. All right.
All right, man. So, yeah, we were looking at all of our, we were looking at our, what is it called? Oh my God, I'm blanking. Analytics. We were looking at our analytics on YouTube, and the channel is doing really good. We've been posting a lot more shorts lately, and some of the shorts are performing pretty good. We're at 124 subscribers now.
Mm-hmm.
The goal is to be, I would say, if we gain, close to 100 per month, that's kind of the bar that we set in the beginning. I know, we get the momentum of that initial, it's a brand new pod, so I know we're not going to get as many subscribers, but we're at a pretty good pace. Maybe if we can even hit 50 this month, that would be good.
Yeah, and I think a lot of new people are watching a lot of our reels that we put up. So that's good because we get, not just followers from our own social media and stuff like that, but from just random people. Random people are actually commenting.
Yeah. So we're laughing because we were going through one of the comments on a reel that we posted. It was the one about, dating a hood guy, and some people were saying like, oh, like, you have no self-esteem. Roasting Chencha, like, damn.
Yeah, they went hard on Chencha.
They did, poor Chencha.
So right now when you said analytics,
yeah,
I have a funny story, dude. I was gonna laugh I was laughing in my head when you said it. But so when I was in the academy, when I was in the Peace Officer Academy, we were reading the Texas Penal Code. And it's like a huge book. It's like a Bible. They call it the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the guys from my academy, so what they would do was what the instructors would do to make sure that we're all paying attention or at least kind of somewhat involved, is they make everybody read like half a page or a page, depending on how good your reading is, right? So one of the guys is reading. His name's Alvarado. He's reading and he comes up on the word analysis. And he starts going, he's reading and then he's like, he gets stuck on it and he goes, anal, analysis. The instructor was like, yeah, you're not reading anymore. So right now when you said analytics, I was like, analytics. Oh, shit.
Reading's hard, man.
Yeah, it is hard. But more for him. He's a special character. He's actually on my shift.
Yeah.
If I told you about him, you probably wouldn't believe that he exists, honestly.
Really? Does he watch the pod?
No, I don't think so.
No.
But he's a special character.
They exist.
They exist, yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, so back to the regular podcast stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this episode, I think it's going to be me and you catching up. I was thinking the other day, like, we don't really, I mean, we text and stuff throughout the week, but we talk basically just when we see each other on the podcast.
Yeah.
But for me, I see you like all week, dude. Like when I'm editing the videos, like, I feel like I see you every day because I just hear you laugh.
Fuck yeah.
And say all the dumb shit that you do.
Yeah, right now we were talking. So Johnny's dad. So I just got out of work and I came over here, and Johnny's dad made us, or he had already eaten, but Johnny's dad made me some tacos, which are really good. But we started talking about Johnny's trip to Mexico, and then like we're talking about it, just kind of free flowing conversation, and I'm like, nah, we gotta stop because that's shit that we're gonna talk about on the podcast.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we kind of have to stop our conversations and just sit there in fucking awkward silence because we don't want to talk about something and then come back here and talk about it again when I already know what happened.
Yeah.
So
We don't want to fake it for you guys. This is all legit, genuine interactions.
it's real.
It's real.
But yeah, you just got back from Mexico, right?
I did last week.
That's why some of the videos were not uploaded on Monday like they're supposed to be.
I'm sorry, guys. I know I took an oath to upload every Monday, but I was in Mexico for the weekend. It was just like a 4-day trip. I had to go visit my grandpappy. He's getting up there in age, and he had gotten sick, and my dad hadn't seen him in a while. So I'm like, let's go take a trip, go pay him a visit, see how he's doing. So yeah, I was up there. I took my stuff, like I took my laptop, I took my camera, I took some footage over there, and I tried editing throughout, but it was just, there was really no time for it because we're always doing something. So when I got back, I got back, and that day, Jermaine wanted to shoot a podcast episode because he was in town, and it was really the only day we could shoot. You couldn't come because you were working. So, actually, by the time this episode releases, that other one, you guys had already seen it. So, so that same day I got back, we shot that pod, and I was so fucking tired. Like, had driven all day, was recovering from travel. Like, sometimes when you travel, like, you need an extra day to recover because that shit's tiring, dude.
No.
And I couldn't get the podcast out on time, but we got it up on Valentine's Day or Valentine's night at the end of the day.
Yeah, which was good though because it was like a relationship type podcast, and it actually worked out pretty good.
Yeah, it's our number 2 episode right now. It's like at 300 and some views, right behind our first episode. Yeah, so kudos. But yeah, man, that was a pretty cool trip. I have a lot of footage that I'll throw some up on this one, but I just documented a lot because I want to make a video for like my family and stuff.
Where'd you go?
So we go to Chihuahua, to Parral, Chihuahua, and then my grandpa lives in a ranch in Durango, which is like 45 minutes from Parral. And it's like in the middle of nowhere, dude. It's like if you look at it, so like when you enter this ranch, it's like off the side of a road. You go in and it maybe like 15, 20 families live there. And like when you enter, like you have to go through like an abandoned school. So it looks like a zombie apocalypse like just happened. Like there's like seesaws and it's really tiny. Like you're just out there, and there's like cows roaming. There's chickens. There's a bunch of dogs just like free roaming. And it's really fun because you disconnect from, you disconnect from like, the city and from all the shit. Like I hardly had my phone on me over there because like I had no, like signals really, like service is really bad. So I don't have like internet to go to like certain spots, but it's cool because like, I wasn't on social media really or anything like that. Like, so it's cool. I like it.
Yeah, no, it's always cool to go to those like little towns or little pueblitos in Mexico because like the way when I've been to so my father-in-law, he's from what is it called? It's not Colina, it's
Cuauhtémoc?
no, it's just south of geez, dude, I don't remember the main city there, but it's in Chihuahua also. So like there's a big lake there. It's called Lago Colina, and there's like lake houses all over the lake and stuff. And then he's from the little town that's just right next to that, and I love going there, dude, because it's like you're just like you go there and it's so peaceful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's so peaceful. It's like you're here and it's so fast paced. Like everything is so fast paced. You're working, you know, you're going to work, you know, going. I take my kids to practice, you know, picking up from school. Like it's just so fast paced. And then you go over there and everything's just kind of like slowed down. Everybody's just kind of like living in the moment, like
Yeah.
enjoying the time. And they have like their little plaza. And on the weekends, you know, people go out there and hang out. Somebody plays music. People are eating like corn and shit. And yeah, man, it's pretty badass. Like it's peaceful to be in like the little pueblitos in Mexico.
It is. The eating corn thing reminds me of Nacho Libre. They're always eating corn. But yeah, dude, we like. I told my cousins, I'm like, damn, like the days feel like forever over here.
Yeah.
Because we would wake up really early. We'd be up by like 7, and then you're just like, all right, what do you do? Like you just eat breakfast, and then I'd go for a walk. I'd just go like record stuff. One of the days I went with my uncle because my family, they have cows, but the cows, they have them in a separate town, and there's like this where they have like big land where they just let them roam free so they can eat. But that day they had to do inventory, so they had to count like once a year. They have to count how many cows they have, and if they have any extra cows, they have to like pay a tax or whatever. So it was that day, and my uncle's like, "Yeah, you want to go?" I'm like, "Yeah." So me, my brother-in-law Mike, and my other cousin Evelyn, we went, and we were out there, and we are just kind of cruising. And freaking cows are, they're smart, dude. Like my uncles are like, yeah, because I was like, well, how are you gonna like get them all to come together? It's like, well, for one, we have like they call him a vaquero, aka cowboy. Like he's a legit, like he's a cowboy. Like that's his job. Like he wrangles cows and he herds them. And he's like, I'll drive around in my truck and I'll give him I'll give him the bat signal. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, you want to know what the bat signal is? And I'm like, yeah. He just starts honking his trunk. He like honks the truck, and then the cows, they like look at him, and then they just start following him, dude. It's crazy. And they already know. They start going towards the little corral because they know they're gonna get fed.
Yeah.
And right now it's super dry over there. Like they're going through some drought, so there's no grass. So the cows are fucking skinny, and so when they know they're gonna get fed, they're like, they know.
Yeah.
And then the cowboy guy, he just goes and he wrangles like the rest of them and herds them in. And I felt like I was like in Red Dead Redemption or some shit. Like shit was cool. I didn't do shit. I was just like documenting everything. But they went in there and they were feeding them. And then the cows started fighting. I got this really cool video of them going at it. They're all like freaking bumping heads, and it's crazy.
Yeah. No, that's cool. No, like it's always fun to be in Mexico. It's always, and I don't mean like Juarez is cool, right? But it's a big city, so the lifestyle is like the same.
It's different, yeah,
as here. But like those little pueblitos, it's nice. I remember waking up in the morning and just like you do hear like the little roosters.
The roosters, yeah.
And then breakfast is always good. You got fresh tortillas from like the local lady or from someone else who's making them.
Yeah.
And then one thing I remember for sure is that we're drinking fucking Coca-Cola for everything.
Oh, dude, the Coke over there is the best.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Like, dude, I'm like, I need water, dude. They're like working outside drinking Coke, and I'm like, you guys have water or what?
Yeah. So my grandpa, where he lives, he has a Navarrotes, like a little store, and he's the only store for the ranch. And so he has got a lady that works. He used to work it, but now he's really old. Like he can't even walk and stuff. So he has a lady that goes and like cooks for him and cleans, and he's got one that runs a little store for him. And people show up, and then they'll like buy eggs or they'll buy milk, and like there's a ton of chips. So like I was over there, I'm like, fuck yeah, like eating chips every day, drinking Coke. And one of the ladies that cooks for him, she made a bunch of tamales. So the day that we got there to like a fucking big old olla full of tamales, and then she made gorditas and tortillas, and everything was like handmade, and it's like, fuck, like it's so good.
Yeah, it's different. It's a whole. The cooking is good, man. The food is just, it tastes so much better. I don't know if it's because where you are, but It's just these ladies know how to cook.
Yeah.
You should go find yourself a wife, dude.
I thought about it. I'm like, get one of these like indigenous. Just bring them back. You know, she'll be super grateful and humble and
Even if she's 59 years old, fuck it.
fuck it, dude. She'll know how to pamper me.
Hell yeah. Yeah. How long were you over there? You were
4 days, dude.
4 days.
So, you know, funny that we like mentioned indigenous because my bloodline, I actually have indigenous like Mexican Indian in me. So my grandmother, my dad's mom, her father was like indigenous, like he was in like an Indian, he's an Indian from other. They're from a tribe called Tepawan. So yeah, they and he ended up moving to Hatch, New Mexico. I think it was during the First World War, like when shit was going down. I don't know why he left Mexico and he moved over here during the war. And then my grandma, she was born in Hatch, New Mexico, and then they ended up moving back to Mexico. So like she was a U.S. citizen, and that's how my dad got his U.S. citizenship, through her, because of that. But a lot of my family from their side of the family, they're like you're more like darker skin, complexion, and they'd have that indigenous look to them. Like you see them and then you see the indigenous of them, like okay, yeah, like they're definitely like related to them.
Yeah. No, that's pretty cool. That's crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of people from over there, you know, especially like deep parts like that, have a lot of that bloodline or bloods like that from different tribes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to do like that
Ancestry in me, or
ancestry in me. Is that what it's called?
I think so. Or what is it called?
And me?
And me, in me,
Oh, I don't think it's in me.
in me.
Is it?
Ancestors in me.
I don't know what it's called. I thought it was called. Isn't there another one like 21 something?
And me.
I don't know. I don't remember. But I've always wanted to do that. That should be pretty cool. But then again, I'm like, I don't know, because
Yeah. So the Lozano in my family, they're my cousin. He's been like trying to do a family tree, and he kind of told me some of the story. It was 2 Italian brothers that migrated to Mexico, and they were originally called the Lozani, but when they moved to Mexico, they ended up changing their name to Lozano, and that's how they came about. So I have a lot of family, like even like my brother and sister, they have like colored eyes and stuff. They look very like European. My uncle and my grandpa has like blue eyes. My family from mother, they look very European, and it's because of that. And then, well, my grandpa ended up marrying, and so like I have a combination of like indigenous and European. And from my mom's side, I don't even know what I got, but
you should send one of those little kits and see what's up.
Yeah. What do you like, jizz in them or what?
I don't know.
No,
I think
it's DNA, isn't it? Like,
yeah. You're gonna send them jizz, and they're gonna be like, "Sir, we just wanted a sample of your saliva."
Yeah, it's like a hair would have been good. It's like, all right, next time I'll send you some pubes.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But I mean, not to jizz in it, but get a sample and send it. See what's up. See where you're from.
Yeah,
because I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I look kind of Asian.
you do,
right? I have like a little bit of like, my eyes are kind of like chink and shit.
Yeah.
I got high cheekbones.
Mm-hmm.
My dick is small.
True. I can vouch for that.
No, but I don't know. I think it would be interesting to kind of see where because I don't. So see, like I don't know a lot of my family, like, especially from my dad's side.
Mm-hmm.
I know he has a lot of family in Mexico, but I don't know him because I didn't grow up around them. So, like, I guess knowing, it's kind of hard for me to know like exactly, where my family's from and things like that. And then from my mom's side, her mom passed away, or her mom was murdered when she was like 9.
Oh shit.
So, like, I have a few family members from her side, but like she has a brother that she never saw again. Like, Her dad, she doesn't know who her dad is. So,
Damn.
yeah, I mean, there's like a whole like part of me that I don't really know, like where I'm from, like
Yeah.
and my aunt from my mom's side, she used to say that my mom's dad, that he had came from that he was that he would come from Mexico, but that they will call him El Coreano. She was like, because he looked Korean. She was like, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know if he was actually Korean or she's like he just looked that way, and that's the name they had given him.
Yeah.
And he would come from Mexico because I guess he would buy cigarettes over there, and then he would come over here and sell them. And I guess that's how he met what would be my grandma. And then they had my mom, but there's no pictures of him. Like there's nothing. Like I don't know too much besides when my aunt met him a few times, and that was pretty much it. And then, well, my mom's not here to tell us, who he was, where he was from, because obviously she, went through whatever she went through. But
Did they ever figure out who murdered her or like why?
yeah, so I don't know why I'm laughing. That's not, it's not funny. So, so when my mom was 9 years old, she had a few brothers. She had a brother that was younger than her. I think he was like 4 or 5 at the time. And then she had an older brother, which I know, he lives in Dallas. He was like 12. So my grandma was married to this guy, I guess, or they were, common law, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And the younger son was his, which was my mom's younger brother. So I guess they were taking a trip he was from somewhere else in Texas. So they were taking a trip over there because he wanted to move over there and he wanted my grandma to move over there with him. And he was like, "Well, let's go check it out. If you like it, we'll stay, and then we'll come back for your other two kids, which was my mom and her older brother. They
Yeah.
had stayed at my aunt's house. So somewhere along the way, while they were driving over there, I guess they stopped at a Walmart. I'm not sure if he bought ammo at the Walmart because he already had a gun or something like that. So he buys it. And I don't know. I guess they had been going through some marital problems, which is why they were deciding to want to move over there, or he
Mm-hmm.
wanted to. And I think somewhere along the way, she was like, you know what, like I don't want to do this too far, or whatever. And they got into it. So he pulled over on the side of the road, and then he shot her in the head. And then after he shoots her in the head, he ends up shooting himself in the head.
Oh shit.
And the whole time, my mom's younger brother's in the back seat. He was asleep. He wakes up, sees, both his parents there, ends up jumping out of the window. Somebody stops by, and that's how they found them. So my mom's younger brother, I don't know if he came back or my aunt went over there or something. Something happened. But his dad's side of the family started fighting for custody. So they ended up taking him. They ended up taking custody of him, and my mom never saw him again. Like, because he left, like they took him. They were from somewhere else. I don't remember exactly where in Texas. So my mom lost contact with him. And my mom, I think, yeah, she was young, man. She was like 9. And then, so my mom was like back and forth between two of my aunts. And then she would go live like I think that's why she kind of also got pregnant at a young age, was because she was like back and forth living at, she would even go live with my real dad, who was like 15 when I was born. So she was just like back and forth. But yeah, they there's like my mom has like a news article on it from when it happened. But
Yeah, my mom never met her dad either. He died when she was a year old. And my mom's sister, she was like maybe like 2 years old. And then he was well off over there in Santa Barbara. They owned like a big grocery store, and the family had like a big ranch and stuff, and they had like money. So my mom had inherited like a house and stuff, and like eventually like that stuff was gonna become theirs. But then my grandma, my mom's mom, she ended up running off with somebody, with some other dude. She ended up remarrying, and she ended up having other kids and stuff. And my mom's family, like from the dad's side, they were pissed off that my grandma did that. So they stripped my mom from everything. Like they took all their shit away. They only left them one house, and that's the house that they grew up in over there where they lived. So my mom was raised by her grandmother and her aunt, which is the aunt that I consider like my grandma. But and then they were like dirt poor after that. So like my mom grew up like super dirt poor, but she always said that she came from like a rich family and stuff. And that's why she would say that she liked, expensive stuff. She's like, oh, it's because, I come from like my family had money and shit. But it's fucking crazy, dude. Like generations, like I think about, if I ever have kids and my kids have kids, like are they gonna know who I am? Like,
well, the thing with that is,
are they gonna listen to the pod?
You can't have kids with another man, dude.
Not yet.
Yeah, huh? Like, what your kids are gonna say about you, or the stories that they're gonna be told later on. It's crazy, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that our parents probably went through, and they tell us about it, and you're like, well, that's pretty crazy. Like,
yeah, I try to know as much as possible because eventually they're gonna go, and like all that information, like all those stories, like they're done.
Yeah,
I legit wanted to do like a podcast with my grandpa, like take the microphones and just like talk to him, like interview him. But nah, he was in no condition. Like he couldn't really speak or anything. And I'm thinking like, damn, like that would have been cool. Like ask him about his youth, like about his parents. We have pictures of my great grandfather. And like I know very little about him, but at least we have like a picture of him, and I can think like, oh shit, like that's where I came from,
Yeah. Did you tell your grandpa? So you're a YouTuber? Did you tell any of your family that you have a podcast?
Yeah, I was telling most of them know. I was talking to one of my cousins about it. They asked me and stuff, but I don't know. Like I still feel a little weird about it. Like I'm not embarrassed. I'm pretty proud of our work, but it's not something that I'm like out there like announcing to the world. Like,
yeah, I'm a podcaster.
Yeah, my grandpa would look at me because I'd be taking pictures of him and stuff. Yeah, and he's just looking at me, and like I'm imagining him thinking like what the fuck are you doing? Like, like why do you keep taking pictures of me? Like, yeah. But no, he wouldn't say much. He would just be there, and then after a while, like I took a bunch of pictures, and he's all like, ¿Y qué? ¿No me las va a enseñar? And I was like, sí, abuelito. So like I show him, but then he couldn't see. And I pulled him up in my laptop, and yeah, he was kind of curious about it. He's always had a thing for like technology. Mm-hmm. He's got a bunch of old stereos and TVs and stuff, so I'm sure he was like curious.
Yeah. Is it like, think about, how old is your grandpa? Maybe like,
he's 87.
So think about
88, 87.
What? He was born in, I don't know. I'm not good at math, dude.
I don't know. Let's just say a long time ago.
Like in the fucking 40s, 30s? Longer than that?
Yeah.
Let me look at my calculator here. Let's see, minus. In like 1937 area, like 40s, right? Mm-hmm. Mid 30s, early 40s. Like what was around during that time, dude? You know what I mean?
Nothing.
There was not radio. Shit. Like,
I think TV came around maybe around the 40s, 50s.
Probably like the 50s.
50s?
Maybe? Yeah. But, and even probably later in in Mexico where he's from. Like,
Yeah, they
like
didn't get that shit until like the 80s.
right? So he was probably still fucking driving around a wagon and a horse, dude.
Yeah.
And now, you got a fucking cell phone in your hand, and he's just like, you're like taking pictures of him with your cell phone. And he's like, why is he just pointing his fucking phone at me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I've always thought about that with older people, like the older generation. It's like, dude, the amount of things that they fucking seen to where we're at now, like I wonder what they're thinking. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, dude. Like, even like if you think about how movies portrayed the future,
Yeah.
like back in the days to like the way it is now, like we're not too far off from it. Still, I mean, they're still not flying cars and stuff like that, but
There's like self-driving cars.
yeah, self-driving cars, and like I think the internet changed a lot of things.
Yeah.
And then we got AI, fucking can take over the world. But it's helping me with the editing, so
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I've always thought about that with older people. Yeah. Which, if you look at it now, like, imagine when, we get to that age, like, how much more fucking advanced things are going to be. Like,
I know.
It's going to be crazy.
This guy at work was asking me the other day, he's like, oh, should I get the new Apple head, what do they call the glasses thing? I don't know what they're fucking called. Have you seen them?
No.
It's like the goggles, the Apple goggles, and like, you haven't seen them?
No.
Yeah, they released them. It's like, they look like the VR headset, but it's just fucking goggles, and you can have your text messages on there. You can watch YouTube, and
what the fuck?
it's all like control with your hand. So like people are like doing these gestures, and
like you can see it like in front of you and shit.
Yeah, it's like the next best like big thing.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
And it looks really cool, but he's like, should I get it? And I'm like, no, man, like don't waste your money on it now. Because right now it's like super new.
Yeah.
But this is like the shittiest version of it that it's going to be.
Yeah.
Because like in a year or two, they're going to come up with something that's even better.
And just with not, any issues or anything like that. But not only that, dude, like, imagine people start wearing that shit at stores. Like just
Apple Vision Pro. That's what it's called.
Not fucking paying attention to anything. Everybody just, like, that's the thing now. Like, you go out to eat. You go have dinner with someone. You go to lunch. Or you're walking with someone. And what do you see? Everybody's just like this. Like nobody's like having conversation. Now imagine with shit like that where you're gonna just be sitting there like fucking, like, it's cool. I fucking love it, the technology that we have.
Yeah.
But it can also be like
where it's
distracting. Yeah. I don't know. I try to like put my shit away whenever I'm having dinner at home with the family.
I think it's funny, like go out to eat with like the family, and everybody gets their food, and the first thing everybody does is start taking pictures of their food and doing the whole like out with the fam. I've been guilty of it. I've done it. I don't really do it as much anymore, but it's just so funny. Like if aliens were to like look at us like doing that shit, be like, what the fuck are these people doing? Why are they taking pictures of their food?
Yeah.
Like,
I understand like the taking, capturing special moments, like, recording your family when you went out to dinner, like, oh, look, this is my family.
Yeah.
Because you never know when the last time that you guys are going to be together is, right?
Yeah.
So having all those memories and having all that, that's cool. Like, awesome. But sometimes I think we let it get out of hand, like taking pictures of our fucking food. And like, who cares?
Where I think we need to draw the line, and I've seen this like at funerals where people are like taking pictures of and like videos of like the corpse.
Dude, that's ridiculous. Like that.
I've been to a funerals where I seen that, and they're fucking like live streaming and shit, and like really, like, come on.
Well, maybe like, I can understand maybe like live streaming the whole thing. Maybe, family member couldn't make it in for the funeral. They're like, hey, well, can you fucking stream it?
No, I'm talking about like,
but like putting the dead person on the fucking camera, dude, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. Let them have their peace.
Yeah, it's just
respect.
Words of respect, yeah. Like, and I know, like, people grieve and stuff, but I feel like sometimes people just do it for attention.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
Yeah.
attention is a crazy thing. Like, now that we're doing this, like, a lot of the, my thought process is like, all right, how do we get more views? How do we grow the channel? And like, I started thinking of like, man, I got to do something crazy, have like a viral moment and go out there, like, run around naked. But then I'm like, no, I got to have my morals.
You gotta relax, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't want to be known for the wrong things,
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, technology is good. It's done good, but there's also things that we need to kind of have respect for still, like fucking funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked.
But at my funeral, I want you to make a podcast on there.
Do a podcast at the funeral.
Do a pod, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people do a lot of crazy podcasts. I think I was telling you the other day, right, that I was watching that show Meat Eater, but they have a podcast too, and they filmed an actual podcast where they're actually sitting down and they're hunting, like they're whispering into the mic, but they're hunting. I think they were hunting like hogs or something, and they have like this predator call that they're using that's kind of far from them, and they're calling them in, and then yeah, they hunt them on the podcast. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, so I want to do something like that. And I think if we do a hunting trip, that would be cool. Yeah, I have those little mics that we can clip them to our clothes and stuff and just record from our phone. So we can do stuff like that now. But there's this guy that Isai showed me, Gary V. He talks a lot about, he's like a social media genius, and he just talks about a bunch of shit. But he was saying, he's like, everybody's doing podcasts now, but like, people have yet to do like a multitasking podcast, and he said, he's like, Hot Ones does something similar, because it's like an interview and they're eating at the same time, and that shit's like so entertaining. Like, I love watching Hot Ones.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, we have yet to see more of that, of like where people are doing a podcast while they do something. Like, even his example was like, even if you're in a canoe, like just paddling in a canoe, but doing a podcast while you do that, it makes it like that much more interesting.
Yeah.
So that's a space that I think eventually we can dive into. And I think once we get like the proper equipment, it'll be a lot easier. But I think that would be cool. Like, I've thought about even just like doing a hike, just go hike up the mountains here and just record it.
Doing a podcast on the mountain. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool to do something like that. Just something different. And it's because, yeah, like you said, dude, everybody's doing podcasts. So what is going to make your podcast different from everyone else? I guess that's something that we had talked about from the beginning. What makes you different from everybody else? What makes people want to watch? What makes people interested in your podcast? So, just trying to find new ideas and new ways would be cool. If you people have any ideas of what we should do, let us know. We'll try to do it. We can't do everything, but we'll try.
A lot of people want us to go live. I've gotten that requested a lot to go live.
I get that, yeah. Which would be cool.
Yeah, we can do it. The only issue I see is like
that.
No, like the camera setup, we would have to like be like, it would just have to be a set camera angle, because we can't do multiple angles, but that would be fine. But yeah, I can connect that camera to my computer, and we can do live. That shit would be fun.
Where people kind of like get in and ask us questions while we're on the pod, and yeah, that would be cool, man, to get onto something like that.
Yeah.
There's gonna be no editing, so
no.
Fuck.
So we fuck up.
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna say something. I had something in mind that I wanted to bring up, and I keep thinking about it, and then I forget because we start having a conversation about something else. But
if you think about it again, stop me. And
yeah, it'll come to mind right now.
But that whole, going back to the whole live streaming, that's like the next big thing right now in social media, live streaming. A lot of people are starting to do that. They're starting to go to different platforms because YouTube is very restricting in like things that you can say and do, and they easily like demonetize you. Like, for us, it doesn't matter because we're not monetized, so we can say whatever the fuck we want and nothing's gonna happen. But for those people that have like big following, like they can easily get their videos demonetized and they lose money.
Yeah.
So they're going to like Kick. What's that other one? Rumble. A lot of people are doing on X, Twitter. They're doing a lot of their videos on there now as well. But yeah, like streaming is huge, and you have those people like big streamer like Aiden Ross. You know Aiden Ross is? He's blown up. It's they're what do they call influencers that like a lot of the younger kids watch. They like watching all that shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe we're gonna have to start streaming, dude.
Like the people who talk to people, like that go and have like.
But now what they do is like they go live and they do lives like they'll go do like if they're shooting, it's kind of like if they're doing a YouTube video, but now it's just live. So like they'll go out and do stuff. They're no longer just in one spot. And they're pretty entertaining to watch. It's like because shit can happen when you go live.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be cool for us to do.
Is that water?
Yeah, it's the bathroom. Shit's loud. It's these mics.
Yeah, we're gonna invest in stuff here as we go on. We're just kind of getting our feet wet, but
it's only been a month.
Yeah,
it's only been a month. We were looking at I was showing Boobie some stuff on the computer, and we were looking at our first episode, and it's like already I felt like forever ago.
Yeah, for sure it did, dude. It's going good so far. So, and then, have you thought about the giveaway? Like, have you picked anybody that?
Not yet. I said on the video I'd do it to in a month.
Oh,
see if maybe we get a couple more. We've had a pretty good amount of comments. I think it's at 15 comments. So, yeah, I'll announce it soon. I'll probably announce it. I can post, I think, on YouTube, what do you call it? Yeah, just make a post and announce it there and announce it on the socials. We're on Spotify now as well. That was another thing got done this week. I think I uploaded the 5th episode today, so I still need to upload number 6, but it takes a while. On that, did a little link tree. Now also, still need to do an Instagram page. I haven't done that.
I remember what I was gonna say.
Okay.
So I had 2 things to say. So one, see this hat that I'm wearing?
Yeah.
It's what is it? The
Big Dick? What is it?
Big O brand, right?
Big O, yeah.
So Big O brand. This is actually a local it's a local company. They have their own brand. This is their brand. I went to this call at work, where this guy called and he was in Ruidoso so he has his business. He has a business here, the brand, and then he has a little store in Ruidoso as well. So we got called, that he had seen some movement on his camera, so he wanted us to go check on his house. So yeah, we went to go check, and he was like, I'm almost there anyway. So we were there, we waited for him, we went to the property, everything was good. But he was like, come inside, you guys can check out my store. He's like, I have a brand, it's called Big O brand. He's like, I got my own store, in Ruidoso, I sell merchandise here, they're on Instagram. And he was like, pick out a hat, take a hat. So,
oh shit.
He had hats, he does shirts, what else? He just does a whole bunch of stuff, like different type of apparel. But I think his main thing is hats. And I picked this hat, so Big O brand, shout out.
Shout out Big O, we'll tag them.
Yeah, they got a lot of cool stuff. So if you like these type of hats, go ahead and check them out. They have good stuff. And then I'll just wait for you to get off your phone so you can pay attention.
Dude, that was you fucking last episode.
Yeah, but I was going through stuff.
It's our guest for the next episode. I won't specify. I'll leave the mystery. They, them are on their way.
They, them. So another thing that I wanted to bring up, I kind of wanted to, not give a shout out, but, give like a, like I'm sorry for your loss to the officer from Las Cruces.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you guys heard he was killed in the line of duty a few weeks back or last week. I'm not sure exactly when. I think that's the first time someone from Las Cruces PD has ever been killed in the line of duty. I know we had our own in our department. So, and I think the services are sometime this week. By the time this airs, it'll be over. But just to kind of shed light on that
Yeah.
and pay respects to him and his family. I know he had kids. He had I think he has a 10-year-old son and a 2-year-old son, and he has a wife. So keep them in everybody's prayers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty messed up situation that he was in, and it's bad. I think the day after that, or a couple days after that, I followed like these law enforcement pages, but there was this one page that had said that in one day, I think like 8 or 9 police officers had been shot that day in different parts of the country.
Fuck.
So yeah, we're getting it's
Getting targeted and shit.
well, I don't know if it's target. I just think it's just, I don't think it was all related or anything like that. It's just the times that we're in.
Yeah.
People aren't there's not everybody, because for the most part here in El Paso, people are pretty respectful towards law enforcement. You have your people, your bad apples who aren't. But I don't know, man. I feel like things like that shouldn't be happening, but they do, and it's kind of hard.
Yeah. I think it's stupid when people say like "fuck the police," shit like that. Like, you're not, to begin with. Like, nobody here is really that hard, and the cops are never like, yeah, like you said, we have pretty good police, we have pretty good civilians. Like, it's never that bad where like it's a battle between the cops and the people.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys do put a lot of shit on the line, especially now. Like I kind of almost want to unfollow FitFam because I see so much shit on there all the time.
Yeah.
Even today, I took my dad to his appointment. We're driving down Wrestler. I don't know, maybe but there was like they shut off a street. There was a bunch of police presence. They had one of those big mobile command unit trucks. I don't know if like maybe the SWAT team showed up or something.
Yeah, it might have been. I haven't looked into it. I'm sure I got an email about it, but it might have been like I don't know. I don't want to speak on it and say what it was, but
Yeah.
maybe like a hostage situation. Maybe somebody had just barricaded themselves with a weapon. Something. I mean, you never know. Something happened, but yeah. I mean, I don't follow FitFam for the same fucking reason, because I don't like to see all that bullshit. People always. And occasionally people will be like, "Hey, have you seen this on FitFam?" And I'll look, because there's sometimes funny stuff on there. But for the most part, I don't really like to see all that stupid shit that's going on. And a lot of people on there too. Like if you read the comments, they're just fucking ignorant, dude. Like they don't know, but they're commenting. And yeah, I stay away from FitFam. I don't follow them. I look every now and then, but I don't. Nothing against FitFam. Obviously, they're just covering.
Yeah.
What a lot of the news sometimes doesn't cover.
Yeah, they're on that shit, dude.
But also, I don't like to, I guess, feed into that negativity and all that shit that's going on. Because then people are just like, "Oh, it's so bad," and this and that, and it is. There's the crime is probably up a little more than it has been in recent years, but El Paso, for the most part, is still a very safe city. It's not like if you go to Dallas, if you go to Los Angeles, Chicago, any of those places.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's pretty safe.
Yeah. There was the other night when I closed. When did I work? What's today? Tuesday?
Yes.
Monday.
Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday. So it was like Monday or Saturday. It was Saturday. Maybe because it was the night of the UFC fights. I was closing the store. I work at the outlets on Conotio, and the security guy comes up to the door, and he's like knocking on the door. So I go, I'm like, what's going on, man? And he's like out of breath, dude. He's like, hey, man, like, have you seen like some guy like running around in a hoodie? And he's like, did he run by here? I'm like, no, like, I haven't seen anything, dude. He's like, oh, okay, just because I got in a like scuffle with him, and earlier they had seen him, they had reported him, they were shoplifting. He's like, I already called PD and all this shit. And like it right away, my thought was like, oh shit, like, you know, I might have to fucking throw down after this, dude. Protect my fellow coworkers at the end of the night. And whatever, we got off, nothing happened. Get in my car. I'm driving out. As I'm leaving the outlet, I see like a bunch of cops coming back, driving into the outlet. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I get home, and then I get on FitFan. And then somebody, that same dude, he fucking broke into one of the stores that they sell watches. He fucking like bashed the windows, and I guess they stole some watches and shit.
Yeah, I did see that where they had like bashed the store, and it's like a jewelry store, huh? Then they stole a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, it was they sell watches and I don't know what the fuck, jewelry probably.
Yeah.
But I felt bad, dude, because I could have prevented that, you know. I could have gone out there and stopped it.
No, dude. Look, I tell people all the time, like, if you see someone stealing some shit, like, don't get involved.
Mm-hmm.
Like, unless they're fucking hurting someone, where they're actively hurting someone or something like that, okay, intervene. But if you see someone stealing something or, you know, fucking shoplifting, like, don't get involved. Call the fucking police and let them figure it out. Because you don't want to go and fucking take this guy down. He's got a gun or a knife, fucking shoots you with it, stabs you with it. For what? He stole a fucking $50 watch?
Yeah.
That the store doesn't give a shit about anyways.
Yeah. They're probably not even worth $50.
Yeah, like, don't. Yeah, I tell people, like, don't, like, I understand people sometimes want to be good Samaritans and want to do the right thing, and I applaud them for that, right? But if it's not like something that's like violent or where they're hurting someone, just let it be. That's why there's cameras. That's why there, you know, detectives go and follow up, and they'll eventually find these fucking people. But yeah, like, unless you see somebody getting their ass beat or something like that, then and you want to intervene at that moment, then yeah, go ahead. But for something like that, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not really worth it. So don't do something stupid like that.
I was ready, dude.
No.
It was fight night, UFC, and I was like pumped.
Well, yeah, but you're not gonna be able to fight a gun.
That's true. Not yet.
And you're not gonna be able to fight a knife. You might if you're trained like me, right? But other than that, yeah, it's not worth it.
Did you watch the fights?
I did, dude. Fuck. I was telling my friend before the fight, that whole weekend, I was like, I'm like, dude, Volk needed to have taken time off, dude. Like, and I told you this the last fight, that, like, one of the podcasts we were talking about, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to take time off.
Yeah.
You get knocked out like that, your head is not right. You're not okay. Like, you do need to take that time. You can't rush into it. From when he fought Islam to now, how long has it been?
It's not even 6 months.
Not
was
even,
like
right?
Maybe October, September.
It was fast, dude. It was way too fucking fast. His head's not right. Regardless of what people think head injuries heal right away. They don't.
And you're the concussion expert. So.
Yes. CTE, dude. He fucking, like, maybe if he would have waited a little bit longer, he might have been able to take that shot a little bit better. Maybe he wouldn't have been fucking knocked out. But, dude, I mean, either way, fucking, what's his name? What's his name?
Tuporia
can fight.
He's got really good boxing.
Well, yeah, and I was telling my friend that too. Is he's got that boxing style? Like, you can tell. Like, he's probably got he's got more of a boxing background.
Yeah.
And stand up, you're not.
But the thing is, he's really well rounded because his grappling's really good too. It's like jiu-jitsu. He's just a heavy hitter, bro. Because it was like a right hook, right? That he had stunned him with like a left, and then he finished him with like the right. It was quick, and he just like dropped.
And I had been saying it too, because first off, the way Volk was like fighting where I've never liked that with the way he pulls back from punches. He doesn't. That's a very quick way of getting knocked out. Yeah. But you're not gonna believe me, but the day we were watching it, I was saying shit like telling my friend like, "Look at dude, what he's doing."
Yeah.
And then Joe Rogan would say like right after me, I'd be like,
"It's like fuck you, Joe Rogan."
I'd be like, "Dude, put me on fucking UFC to commentate because I am calling this fucking fight exactly how it's gonna end." And I told him that shit's gonna end with the right hand because the way he's blocking. Sure enough, got caught with a fucking right hand. Went to sleep, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just badass motherfucker when it comes to calling fights, dude.
It's just sad, dude, because like Volk was one of those fighters that nobody really, like when he fought Max Holloway the first couple times, like nobody really cheered for him.
Yeah.
But he just like won people over. And I think with that the first Islam fight is when he kind of like skyrocketed because he looked really good against Islam, and Islam was like this monster.
Yeah.
And now like even the press conference that you see when he was dressed up as an old man, like, all that shit, like it was good. Like people were behind him, but
yeah, no, and the thing, when you're a champion like that, dude, like he shouldn't even taken that fight on short notice. Like the Islam one, the second one that he did, dude, you're a champion. Like you have so much to lose. Yeah. Why not prepare yourself? You'll be able to get him another day. Islam wasn't gonna lose anytime soon, I don't think. Yeah, you'll be able to get him another day. But taking that fight on short notice, not prepared, not with the full training camp, it affected him. And during that fight, he gets knocked out, and then it just spirals down from there. Yeah, decisions like that he made, where I think he shouldn't. I personally don't think he should have taken that fight. Everybody was like, "Oh, that's fucking badass," but look at how close that fight was with a full training camp. Why did you think that you could take that fight on a few weeks' notice and fucking make it close or win? Especially
with Islam, dude. Islam's fucking Dagestani fuckers are, dude. They're just built different.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they come from a different place. They're the way they're training, the mentality they have is very different from the mentality we Americans have. Their thing is, I'm gonna win no matter what. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do, but I'm not gonna lose. And they do really fucking good. They do wrestling. I mean, from the time they're small as fuck, and they're just good.
Well, their style, the sambo. Their sambo style of wrestling is like a combination of judo, like wrestling, and like jujitsu. So they created their own style of fighting, like their own mixed martial art, and that's why it's so fucking good, because they're badass.
Yeah, no, they're definitely, they're the ones that are like taking over the sport. For a long time, it was the Brazilians, which Brazilians are still up there. Yeah, but it looks like right now they're just like dominating the sport, and that's cool. And it's also cool to see Mexicans starting to get involved.
Hell yeah.
Mexican fighters, it's been known, especially in boxing, that they have tremendous fucking heart, tremendous fucking balls, like, and they'll fight till they can't, till they're fucking pretty much dead, like. Yeah. So it's good to see Mexican fighters getting into the UFC, because you've seen, the few fighters that are in the UFC right now are like fucking top dogs. They're like some of the best fighters, right?
My boy Brandon Moreno.
He's
fighting this weekend.
You had Yair Rodriguez. He's fighting too, right? On that.
Yair.
They're fighting in Mexico.
Yeah. Yair is from Parral, from my parents' hometown. My cousin went to high school with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's badass. Yeah. Yeah. So I think they're fighting in Mexico, right?
In Mexico City.
Yeah.
In El Arena, Ciudad de Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that. So, I mean, top guys, man. What's the female Mexican champion? I don't know her name.
Alexa Grasso. She's also badass.
Yeah. And there's more. And what's his name? The dude with the chin? Fucking. Raul.
Rosas Jr.
Yeah.
He's coming up too. There's a guy from El Paso that's in the UFC. He fought last weekend on the fight night also.
Yeah.
It's funny because he requested Chencha on Instagram like 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. She was like still in high school. He had requested her, and I guess like she accepted. And then once he saw that she was like in high school, like he unfollowed her right away. But Chencha still has a screenshot of the request.
She should fucking send it to him and be like, "I'm 19 now. What's up?"
Yeah, what's up? Hey, Chencha.
Hit him up, Chencha.
Yeah.
Time to get me into the UFC.
I know. We can be at UFC 300. Take one for the team.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, dude.
But yeah, dude, I'm excited for this weekend. The fights, they're gonna be good. They're gonna be on ESPN Plus, so
Yeah.
I'll be watching those.
I'll be in California, but I'll try to watch that night. I don't know if I'll be able to. We'll be busy.
At least the co-main event and the main event, they're gonna be really good.
Are they the co-main main?
Yeah. So co-main event is Brian Ortega and T City versus Yair Rodriguez, and then the main event is Moreno versus Royval, which is a rematch.
Yeah.
And Moreno is one of those UFC fighters that like got really popular, like with his trilogy with Figgy.
Those were good fights.
Yeah, those when he became champ. I remember watching that shit in. Were you there at Jermaine's apartment? I don't know. I don't think you were on that one actually.
I don't know which one it was at.
So we saw it in Jermaine's apartment, and dude, we were all excited when he won. We all like jumped around and we were like started like hugging each other, and like it was fucking crazy, dude. We're like, Brando. That shit was badass.
That's the thing, man. Mexico loves their fighters.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's a huge fan base. If you can fucking win, oh, they'll love you, dude. They'll fucking love you and they'll support you through everything.
And they know that. That's why the UFC, they're building that PI the institute in Mexico City. They're building a badass one. Yeah. They're saying that it's going to be better than the one in Vegas.
Yeah. No, that's fucking good, dude. So, start getting Mexican fighters into that.
Put me in. Dana White, recruit me.
Shut the fuck up. Dude, I've thought about it a lot. And I'm like, well, I'm doing things now that, I've always wanted to do. Like, I'm doing this podcast, I've always fucking wanted to do the bow thing. I started doing that. And I started thinking, and I'm like, dude, what's something that I've always wanted to do? And something I've always wanted to do is have a professional fight.
Yeah. One last concussion?
Nah,
Go out with the bang. Fucking $1 million baby.
Like a professional boxing fight, right? Yeah. I think it's always been in the back of my mind. And I don't think I want to grow later on in life and be like, fuck, what happened if I just would have had one? Like, I'm not saying, like, I'm going to go fucking, like, fight, the number one guy. Like, just a regular fucking professional fight, 4 rounds starting off, and see what happens.
Look, I'll do you a better one. Our first live, we bring back backyard boxing. We get the gloves.
No, I can't.
You and me.
Bitch, I can't do it. That's the thing. I can't fucking do it for free, because then what if I get hurt?
Well, tell people to pay us. We'll be like, yo... Open up a GoFundMe.
Oh, shit. I'll fuck you up, dude. No, yeah. For real, that's something.
I'm not the same kid I was 10 years ago.
No, that's something I want to do. I might do it. I would want to fight like in Mexico, have a little fight in Mexico or somewhere, and just have one pro fight. And then just say, you know what, I did it.
Yeah.
And fucking...
Well, what do you got to do to get a pro fight? Do you have to have a certain amount of amateur fights?
Nah, anybody can go pro, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You just pay or what?
I don't know exactly how it works. I know you got to have like a manager and shit. But dude,
I'll be your manager.
The thing is, I'm not going to go into this fight like this. Like, I'm going to fucking be on it. Like, I at least want to train for like maybe like the least absolutely fucking 6 months.
Yeah.
6 months to a year. Train, hit it hard, and then get one fight going. Because I'm pretty good, dude.
I'll be your punching bag, dude. You can use me. No, that would be cool. I'd be down to train with you.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I want to for sure do one. I've thought about it. I'm like, fuck it, dude. What's like, I just don't want to look back in life and be like, man, I could have done it, and then I never fucking did it, right?
Yeah, dude. You got to just fucking do it.
I'm like, I don't think I'd get hurt. Like, well, knock me the fuck out.
Just cut to like me giving a eulogy at your funeral.
It's 4 rounds, dude. It's 4 rounds. I'll get a fight against someone who's like 0-3. Knock them up. No, but my thing has always been like, try it, right? Train. Like, if I'm going to do something like that, like, I don't want to fucking go into it half-assed. Like, I want to go into it like, 100%, like fucking focused. And if I win, like trying to see, like keep going until I lose. Until I lose. Once I lose, that's it, dude. Like stop doing it.
Yeah.
But that'd be cool.
It would be cool.
You never know, dude. I might be fucking champion. I'm old. I'm 31.
Yeah.
But
well, if we get to 500 subscribers, we'll have Boobie box live.
oh shit. It'd be cool to put it on here, dude. You record my fight. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna see what exactly I need, and then it's kind of hard with my job schedule, but nah, I'm pretty sure I could do it as long as I'm training for like a year, 6 months to a year, and then boom.
I want to run a marathon.
Me too. I was thinking about that too.
Yeah.
I wanted to get because I had been thinking about like just things that I've always like that I want to do, and I would like to do like a marathon, but eventually I want to get, and I don't know. I'm saying like I'm making these goals, right? And I want to make them like really fucking hard to reach because I want to push myself there. But doing a fucking 100-mile run is something that I would want to do.
100-mile run?
Yes, they have those races, those 100-mile fucking.
That's like some Forrest Gump shit, dude.
100 miles, dude. See, you obviously have to work your way up because you can do like 50Ks. You can do like, I don't know. They have like different fucking workups.
Yeah.
But anybody can sign up for these fucking 100-milers, dude. There's only a few throughout the country, but anybody can sign up for them. Or I think you got to qualify from, like, you got to do like a qualification of 100 miles. You have to do it under like a certain amount of time. And then you can actually do one. But there's like certain ones that you have to kind of work your way up to it to get there. I've already looked into this, dude.
I'll stick to a 5K. No, thank you.
Dude, it's just, I like to fucking, I'm not gonna lie to you, I like to suffer. Like, I'd love to fucking suffer. And like when I go to the gym, I don't put headphones on. I don't put music on.
Yeah, we talked about this on it was like a behind the scenes one.
Yeah.
You're insane, dude.
I don't put music on. I go into the gym. I fucking just kill myself. And the whole time, dude, like mentally, I'm just like going, like, I'm just like in a whole different fucking like.
You're like yelling at yourself.
Yeah. Like there's, like I'm so focused on what I'm doing. And the minute that I feel myself starting to get tired, I'm like, fuck no, like you're not tired. Like, and I just like kill myself. And sometimes I go to the gym and I'm like really like, I'm like, dude, okay, you need to stop because you're just like, I don't know if it's me just like letting out stress, me just letting out like, you know what I mean? Because I go to the gym, I don't even take I don't take pre-workout. I fucking hate pre-workout. I don't go to the gym with music on. I just, dude, it's me and me only, dude. Like we're gonna figure this shit out and we're gonna fucking struggle through it. Like
that's insane. Do you at least wear like gym clothes? Like at least comfortable clothing?
I'll go like this. I'll go.
Okay, I was like, you go like in denim or like in a suit.
No, I'll go like this, and then I'll just get to it, dude. I'll fucking, and so like a lot of the time, sometimes I don't feel like going to the gym, right? I'm like, fuck. But a lot of the time, like I'll see that you got like you post something that like you went to the gym.
I inspire you,
right?
I know.
And then like I'll see Herma like at the gym, and I'm like looking at him like, fuck no, dude. Like these guys aren't better than me. Dude. And I'm like, there's no way they fucking worked harder. And I'll go, dude, and then I'll fucking slay myself. And I'm just like,
do you like whip yourself right before going to bed at the end of the night?
do I whip myself?
Yeah.
Nah. No, I don't know what it is, dude. I like to feel like that. Like I like to see how far my mind can go on certain things. Like how much fucking like pain can I put myself through before I want to give up?
I mean, that's a pretty good mentality to have in a lot of things. It pushes you to be better.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it does. I mean, it definitely helps me get in better shape.
Yeah.
If anything, if it's not doing anything else, like it's helping me get in better shape. But yeah, dude, I just want to I want to push myself. And I know, running something like a fucking 25K, something like a 50K, eventually working yourself up to like 100 miles. I'm not saying that I'm going to get there because I don't know. I would love to get there. But something like that, like, dude, it's awesome. Like, when I go on runs, sometimes I've gone on runs and I'll just be running, dude. I'm running and running. And I kind of like have to tell myself, like, okay, bitch, like, you need to turn around because you're not like in shape. And I do it like at the most random times, like when I haven't fucking ran for like months, or like I'll be like, fuck it, I'm just about to go on this fucking 5 mile run for no reason. And then like I go on this run and I can feel myself like still wanting to go. And I'm like, no, like, relax, dude.
I need people to my voice just cracked. I need people to push me. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I like going with the group of guys that I go, because sometimes I do want to take like the easy way out and be like, I'm just gonna go hit arms or some shit,
Yeah.
But working out with them has like gotten me. For one, I'm in really, like, my cardio is really good right now.
Yeah.
And it's getting me to the point where I'm pushing myself and I'm pushing others. Like my sister started going to the gym with me. My brother, he went a couple of days with me now. We did a killer workout the other day. So now I feel that we're like, okay, like, I feel like a badass.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can fuck me up right now, dude. If we put on the gloves.
Fuck up. But talking about, I took my friends. So everybody from my shift, we've all kind of started like trying to get on that fit grind, which is crazy because I feel like, I don't say I motivated them a little bit, but we kind of started talking about it,
Yeah.
right? And everybody started kind of getting on the fit grind, like they're eating a lot better.
Dude, we're influencers now. That's what we do. We influence people.
They started going to the gym. So they started going to the gym, right? They started going to the gym. They go to fucking Planet or whatever. I don't know. And one of the days they were like, hey, let me go to the gym with you. It was two of the guys from work. And I was like, all right, yeah, let's fucking go. Let's go to the gym. So I put up a workout, right? And they were like, they were looking at it because I put it up on the board, and they were like, dude, like this looks like a lot. And I'm like, no, it's for beginners. I'm like, it's for beginners. Like, they're like, no. I'm like, dude, I swear this is for beginners. So I convinced them that it was for beginners. And dude, we had to do like 6 rounds of it, 5 or 6 rounds. They fucking started like fast, dude.
Yeah.
And I was like,
pace yourself. Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
Okay. So that was like going, and then they got to like the middle of like the third, and they were like, fuck, like I don't think I can go the last 2 or 3. And I'm like, yeah, dude, like just keep going. Like I'm over here like fucking telling them, like, just keep going, just keep fucking going. And they're like wanting, and I'm like, okay, well, you can stop at 5 and be a bitch, but you need one more. And yeah, dude, they got through it, and they were like, fuck, that was pretty fucked up. And I was like, I never told them that it wasn't a beginner workout, but I kind of just wanted to fucking put them through it. Like,
yeah,
dude, because if I tell you that it's going to be a hard workout, in your head, you already
lost the fight.
You're like, fuck, it's going to be fucking killer. So I didn't want them to like just psych themselves. And I know they started on the board and they were like, what the fuck? And I'm like, no, like, it's not that bad. Like, it's a beginner. And it was bad.
I did that one time where I burned out when I was, this was with my ex before Val. We went to like this CrossFit gym, and I thought I was in pretty decent shape at the time. And yeah, like they put up the workout, and like I went hard first round. We had to do, I don't remember what we had to do, but I remember at one point we had to like run because they had like a garage thing where you can run outside.
Yeah.
We had to like go sprint and then sprint back, and people were like running and they were like jogging. I fucking took off running, dude. Fucking passed everybody. In my head, I'm like, fucking pussies, just passed them all. I came back, kept doing the workout, and then we had to keep going. And then I just started getting slower and slower till like by the end of it, like I was the last one, because I was so burnt out.
Yeah, dude, you gotta work.
Yeah.
That's the type of shit that I do. A lot of those like CrossFit ones. Mm-hmm. But you fucking have to pace yourself, because if you don't, like, you're gonna be fucked and you're gonna be feeling it.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. Where are we at?
We're getting close to the time. We have our guest waiting for us. So we'll cut. I adjusted it back. Yeah.
Sitting on the floor?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't know.
God damn it. What the fuck?
But yeah, that'll be the end of this episode. Wanted to give a shout out to one of our homies, Rick. He's going through some medical stuff right now, so they've opened up a GoFundMe for him. Would really appreciate if you guys go in there and donate, help him out. Like I said in one of the episodes, I really want to spotlight the community and the people in it, and he's one of ours. So shout out Rick. Keep doing your thing, man. You got this, and we'll be supporting you in everything you do.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know Rick, or you do, but Rick's always been one of those guys who's like he's always been a really good guy, like good person, great person. Honestly, he's no matter how long it's been, you go see him and he's always fucking smiling. He's always in a good mood. He's
hell yeah,
good guy, man. Definitely for sure. I remember I started playing baseball with Rick when I was like 9, and he was about as tall as a table. Yeah, no, great guy. Love Rick. Hope him and his family going through some stuff. So
yeah,
if you guys can help him out, that'd be great.
Yeah. So shout out Rick. But that's the end of this episode. We're gonna get our guest in here and do another one. So like, comment, subscribe. Peace.